wet, drizzly Cannes this evening. I wanted to talk a little bit about 3D. 3D isn't really something that interests me. I mean, I have no particular desire to make Dark Side of the Earth in 3D. But, a few people that we've talked to have mentioned it, and you can see walking around Cannes this year that 3D is a big deal for the industry. I mean, I think as audiences in cinemas, we're only really seeing the tip of the iceberg as far as 3D is concerned, but obviously everything here is looking sort of 18 months into the future at least of films that are getting off the ground now. So 3D is a much bigger thing, and someone said to Carl and I the other day that in 12 months' time 3D will either be dead as a doornail or it'll be the standard. It'll be like colour. Everyone automatically expects films to be in 3D. And it got me thinking a bit about just how different making a 3D film would be. In a way, it's an entirely different craft. On the more obvious side, it's going to affect your camera work. You can't have a lot of handheld stuff just because of the size of the rig, and also because it would probably give your audience motion sickness. And then editing, you can't cut as quickly because, it's more jarring when you've got, 3 dimensions that you're suddenly jumping in and not just 2. And it affects other things as well, like your blocking. I mean, fight choreography, someone mentioned. I mean, a lot of fight choreography in a conventional 2D film relies on masking the actual hit from the camera so that you can't tell that there's actually a clear foot between the fist that's swinging round and the face that's jerking back. You can't cheat something like that if you're shooting in 3D. So how do you do it? And with a film like Dark Side, where we want to do a lot of model work, what are the implications there? I mean, can we cheat the depth that the stereoscopic camera rig appears to be filming? Can we shoot 3D on film, or is everyone just doing it digitally? I mean, is anyone going around with two 35mm anamorphic rigs connected together to shoot stereoscopic 3D? I don't know. These are all sort of issues that have occurred to me in the last few days, and we were sort of hoping to make it onto one of the yachts in the harbour here where they're sort of promoting 3D technology, and to have a chat with them about what it might mean for us and our budget and so forth, but we didn't get a chance to do that, unfortunately. But I would love Dark Side to be a traditional two-dimensional film and be on film on 35mm anamorphic, and to look like those 80s classics that I love. But at this stage, trying to get something off the ground, in this climate, we can't rule that out at the moment. Can't rule out the 3D option. So that's my little thought for today. We didn't make it onto that yacht, but we did make it onto a couple of other yachts today, which was pretty cool. Some very, very posh boats moored here. You have to take your shoes off before you go on them, and every sort of inch of them is absolutely spotless. So that was an interesting experience. So goodbye from Cannes for now. If anything happens in my brief few hours here tomorrow before I have to go to the airport, then perhaps there'll be a little vlog about that. But otherwise, I will see you at some point in the future in the UK whenever further developments there are to report for the Dark Side of the Earth. But for now, this is Neil Osman signing off.